Hey, what is going on, you guys? It's your boy, imonefororange, aka Velocity Free, back at it again with another competitive analysis. No, this is not a competitive analysis. Today, guys, this is going to be a mess. We're going to be going through an old forum post, and I'm going to be reacting to this. As you can see, the date at the top, this is from August 4th, 2013. And I want to showcase this in a way to show you guys, hey, it's kind of funny to go back and reflect on your youth and, you know, see how far you came too, because, oh my gosh, I was reading through this forum post and it is a mess. But I'm not here alone today. I'm joined here with one of my good friends, Discord mod, Twitch mod, COC homie. Give it up for Dib right here in the call with me. What's good, Dib?
Hello.
So Dib, he has not seen any of this as of right now. I told him, hey, I have this forum post, don't go look for it. I want him to react live with me. I want every change to be very, very shocking as he sees them, because there's some ridiculous stuff as we get into it. So again, this video is just kind of a way to go back and reflect on how much I've grown as a person, a creator, and how my mindset on the game has changed drastically. You know, I'm 24 years old now. I made this when I was 14, 15 with way too much time on my hands in the summer, so it'll be a good one. You ready, Dib?
Yep.
Alrighty, so how about we just start off by reading the post, and as Dib pointed out, yeah, for 9 years ago, I well formatted this. You know, I was serious about this at the time. So let's go ahead. Why, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Free Velocity, and I've been working on an epic metagame to show off the Smogon and Showdown community. So before I get an angry mob at my door, while you read this, keep in mind this metagame is currently unplayable. This is due as this metagame is so amazing, we actually need to go into the source code and mix around a few things just to make it epic. Also, a very small portion of Pokemon have been changed so far, so keep in mind there will be much more to come when it's finished. So a little context at this point now that you know the direction this is going in. Back in like 2012, 2013 into 2014, making modded metagames on Showdown, Dib, and viewers was very, very popular. This was a whole other section of other metagames. Like, basically before we had the standard other metagame rotation that we have now, people were pioneering these back in the day, you know what I mean? So this was a very, very popular thing to do on Smogon at the time, and there was a very popular one called Tier Shift. And if you're not too aware what Tier Shift is, basically, OU Pokemon kept their base stats. UU Pokemon got 5 base stats added to every single total. RU Pokemon got 10 base stats added to every single total, and you get where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
So basically, these other metagames were very popular, and Tier Shift, I believe, is still playable to this day on Smogon, and I was trying to create something that was going to compete with Tier Shift. I'm going to say the end result was a mess. But yeah, a little bit of context, this was popular back in the day on Smogon. Definitely not something that's very popular now, so it seems kind of weird that this 15-year-old kid is trying to design his own metagame, but back in the day, the community was young, everything was young, the game was young, so this is what we had. This post is for you to be involved, as the goal of Project Uber is to make every single Pokemon in the tiers NU through OU viable in Ubers, and allow Uber Pokemon in the tier. So that's right, every single Pokemon and strategy is in this tier. This faces competition from another popular metagame known as Tier Shift, but here's why. Although that is an amazing metagame and I've had a blast playing it myself, you should try this one. Tier Shift balanced some Pokemon unequally, NU's controlling the metagame. Blastoise was absolutely broken from what I remember. It had like plus 25 base stats across the board. While it was a simple fix, and not as confusing as this, the problem was that hardly any UUs, RUs, or OUs were even as viable anymore as any of the NUs. So this metagame is going to fix that. Also, last note before we get into the good stuff, spoiler alert, not that good, some of the things you'll read is based off Gen Next, an in-game mod also being creative now. One thing we got from this is signature moves. Pokemon we feel shouldn't get massive base stat buffs or additional moves that don't make sense will now get a signature move. Okay, so if I felt that over buffing a Pokemon's base stats was too broken, instead they get a signature move. And this will be read in the change list as if only this Pokemon uses move, that means this move only will be buffed if used by that Pokemon. So for example, let's just throw out a random example. An example of this in the changelog would be if only Bidoof uses quick attack, give it 200 base power. This wouldn't buff quick attack across the board, but it would be a complex solution if Bidoof only used quick attack. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But some moves are buffed for all Pokemon, and you'll see that as you read on. However, there is a clause ban list. Let's get out of the way now. Species, Moody, Sleep, Evasion abilities, Evasion moves, OKO, HP percentage. So this is essentially Ubers without the evasion. This is so old, Dib, that Swift Swim plus Drizzle was referred to as Drizzle Swim. Like back in the day, weather was permanent, so you don't really see people be like Drizzle Swim being allowed or not allowed. But back in these days, it was only allowed in Ubers, so suggesting it for other formats, you would consider it Drizzle Swim.
Yeah, I can get why it seems really busted that, like, there was no turn limit.
Yeah, exactly. Rain was permanent in Gen 5, and then, like, Gen 4 was just Kyogre that had it, I believe. Alright, so this is where you guys come in. I uploaded the change list so far on Pastebin. It would be awesome if you guys could check that out, so you get the full idea on what the change list is about. But as I know some of you are like me and have somewhat short attention spans, I did make a key list of the changes, so I'll post that right here in the forum. So, here's your first one to react to, Dib. We have Castform. Actually, wait. Let's start with just Forecast. So, it's just Forecast right now. Forecast. Now changes weather to whatever rock it's holding and changes form. So, this is for Castform. Castform only, whatever rock it's holding, it'll change the weather. Heat Rock, Sunny Day. Damp Rock, Rain Dance, Icy Rock, Hail. A Pokemon with Forecast gains 6% HP at the end of every turn if it's the same type as the weather up. Castform buff. What do you think of this out of 10? What are your thoughts?
I think it's good on paper, like it definitely makes sense, but if you're buffing his stats, like if you're buffing their stats like overly, it kind of just gets rid of the point of using other weather setters like Pelipper and stuff.
Yeah, so basically what you're worried about right now is you're saying, okay, this change looks okay, but if Castform gets changed more later, you're kind of scared.
Yeah, of course, like Castform, they probably don't get like U-turn or hazards or defog or something, so...
I don't think so. Yeah. Also, the objective with this whole metagame was to make Castform, like, the star of the show. I really wanted Castform to be the star at the time. I just think it's so weird. But does it get U-turn? Well, in this generation, it did not.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so what do you give it a solid rating on so far?
I think as a usability, it's less usable if it maintains its like 70 base stats, because it's definitely better weather setters, at least for like rain and sand.
Sure.
I'm not so sure about hail, but I feel like there's probably better options, but it could be cool just as like an extra option.
Alrighty, fair enough. Ready to move on to the next ones then?
Yep.
Snow Warning. The hail will hit twice at the end of a turn, making it deal 12% damage rather than 6. Sandstream. The sand will hit twice at the end of the turn, making it deal 12 damage rather than 6.
Oh my. I think that's a bit overkill.
I think so too. I think this is ridiculous. I don't know how this passed inspection. I think residual damage actually. So like what I didn't value at the time is like 6% damage per turn is super relevant. Like, and if you think about it at the time too, like weather was permanent. So this is like 12% damage per turn, like every time. Think about the value of rocks, and on average, stealth rocks only give you 12% damage on switching or 6% damage on switching if you're a resist. I think I very much so undervalued residual damage, and I made this completely broken. I think these would have been insanely broken abilities.
I feel like Sandstall would be absolutely busted with this.
Yeah, Sandstall would get pretty good. Even like Walrein Stall, because like think about it. Now you're healing 12% damage per turn. Like sub protect Walrein is like absolutely nutty now.
Yeah.
You just stall everything that's not like an ice type.
Yeah.
Okay, so
especially like Sandstall, because they would be immune to sand damage because they're either ground rock or steel type, right?
Yup. Yup. Exactly. Yeah. So you have more typings as well. So
Yeah.
I think these were quite overbuffed. I will say.
Yeah.
Okay, Drought and Drizzle. As well as the Sun giving Fire-type moves a 1.5 times multiplier on damage, it also gives Grass-type moves a 1.5 times multiplier on damage. And for Drizzle, it's, the same buff, but instead of just water, it's electric.
I feel like that's kind of a little bit overkill also, because if you're buffing fire damage and grass moves, you're basically like water isn't gonna help against the sun team even
Sure.
close as much.
Yup.
Um, but I feel like it's more like believable as a possible change than the last one, because well, as long as the 1.5 is toned down a bit, I feel like 1.5 is a bit excessive on the
True.
secondary typing. Like, I feel like in rain you shouldn't be getting the same buff from grass moves as you would with water moves. Like, I feel electric type in rain and grass and sun. I mean,
Yeah, I agree. Like, this change to me is pretty overkill as well. Like, absolutely broken in that way, especially with what you described for Sun. Like, your water types are no longer walls anymore. But I could have seen it maybe being fine to have fun with in a pet meta game if it was like 1.25 damage or something, or 1.2.
yeah, for sure.
Like, it could have been playable. I don't know. These weren't that bad, I think. Honestly. Like, honestly, the overbuff stats, but the idea makes sense, I think.
Yeah,
You're
on
gonna.
paper
Uh-huh.
it's good if it's toned down a bit. I think the previous one, the snow warning and sandstorm,
These just need to be
yeah,
killed. Yeah,
they
I
were a bit,
agree.
they were a bit overkill.
You're gonna lose your mind on Arena Trap. You ready?
Oh no.
Arena Trap, as well as trapping the target in. Now when a Pokemon is swapped in with this ability, a ground type physical attack, 70 base power, it will be instantly used.
What?
So
Oh
you
my
get like
god.
an extra attack on top of trapping.
Once you just switch in your Doug Trio on a Heatran, and you don't have to attack, it just automatically goes.
Exactly. It doesn't even use the move. Right, exactly. It just automatically like issues a shockwave.
That's crazy.
Broken.
It just breaks a sash in one fell swoop.
This is awful. This is really, really, really bad.
Yeah.
And it gets even worse. Shadow Tag, now as well as trapping the opponent in. It's the same thing but a ghost type special attack. It's like a weaker Shadow Ball, instantly used.
Oh my god.
Broken.
That's flawed.
This is just stupid. This whole thing. Allow Arena Trap and Shadow Tag. Don't buff them.
Yeah, I think allowing them would be fair enough. Like that, I think that's the max you'd be capable of in this.
It's
I don't
really
think it's
funny though. I feel like if I were to revamp it and it was like a 20 base power attack or something, just for the like small utility of breaking Sash or getting Chip, like maybe it could have been fun. But 70 is like a legitimate move, to be honest. That's too
yeah.
much.
Maybe you could nullify the effect of items like Sash and stuff. Maybe.
Yeah, true, true. Like, it's obviously broken. The utility is hilarious with breaking sashes, but this is a legitimate move, especially when it's coming off something like a Doug Trio already. Like, Doug Trio's problem sometimes is its ability to kill the target. Like, it's only 100 base attack. So now it gets, your 70 base power move for free and an Earthquake. Like, you do revenge kill anything.
Yeah.
Like, imagine this shit with a choice band on it, too. Like, you basically
no.
use, like, 170 base power move on the turn you get sent out. It's like a Z move, but with every single time it comes in.
You can just break a wall for free. Like, you can actually tear a team in half just by
Yup.
bringing in one Pokemon.
Yeah, no, these need to go. This is bad. This is bad.
Yeah.
Imposter. Now, as well as doubling, now will double all stat changes as well as copying the opponents. So for example, if an opponent has 0.75 times defense, like -1 stage, it gets lowered another stage. If an opponent has 2 stages of attack, it gets boosted to 4 stages of attack.
Oh no.
Why?
um, like, oh no. If you bring in, like in Ubers, obviously they'd be like, Xerneas is really common. If you bring in your Ditto on a Geomancied Xerneas,
Plus
you get
threes all
+4.
around. Or
Oh,
plus
+3, yeah.
fours.
+4s all around. That is kind of insane Because I feel like you just win that matchup, and what's really gonna come in against the +4s or
Yeah.
like even Heatran's not gonna be taking that too well. Like
No.
that's like any Pokemon I can think would even be close to.
You could even be
taking.
super greedy and not run a Scarf Ditto because you get the added defense boost, so you might be able to sponge the hit if you lose the speed tie and have the ability to
Yeah.
change moves. It's broken. It's
Yeah,
absolutely broken.
yeah. I feel like Scarf would only help in like the Swords Dance or Calm Mind scenarios.
Or like Dragon Dance, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Broken. Alright, so we did buff Castform for our first Pokemon change here. We have Castform. Now it's 90 base stats across the board instead of 70. Pretty huge buff.
I feel like that's kind of fair though for a weather setter. Like you would need, they're like the entry stats. I would say you would need for a weather setter.
Yeah, it's not. Honestly, it doesn't invalidate stuff like Hippo. To be honest, Pelipper also has. Well, I mean, I think the main problem with it would probably be the 90 speed. Like 90 speed is pretty good, I would say.
Yeah.
I can't. And then if only Castform uses Weather Ball, so signature move power is increased by 50. 100 power, no weather. 150 in weather, it's a Hyper Beam. If Castform uses Weather Ball gets a 10% chance flinch, 20% burn, defense, Spadef drop, freeze. So like, okay, so this is 10% chance to flinch across all typings, I think. 20% chance to burn in sun, defense or Spadef drop in rain, and a freeze in the hail, based on the type of rock held.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I think that just adds more RNG that can be like messing you up.
Yeah, no,
But I feel
this is
like the
bad.
weather ball, I feel like the weather ball change is kind of fine because hitting off of a 90 special attack stat with only 90 speed, I feel like that's kind of fine.
Yeah, and it can't hold an offensive item either, so it's like kind of balanced in that regard. Like you have to be holding the rock.
Yeah, like Specs Pelipper would be probably doing more than that.
Yeah, because well, no, because it is
Well,
150 base power move.
Yeah. Yeah, true. And also then Specs Pelipper doesn't get the damp rock, I guess.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. The base stat change kind of sick. This shit is garbage. The weather ball change probably just overtuned, to be honest. Like 50 base around the board. It could have been like, 75 in no weather, 125 in no weather. It would have been more reasonable.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of fine because the main reason to use Castform isn't going to be for, them outputting damage with weather ball or anything.
Yeah.
It's mainly just to put up your rain, sand, hail, whatever. So I think that's a legitimate change. But yeah, again, I don't like the flinch and burn freeze chances.
Sure.
Because it can just ruin your game. That's kind of just annoying.
Yeah, makes sense. So we have our first base stat change other than Castform. It's Aerodactyl, who now apparently has 120 attack. Okay, so the 120 attack is the new one. What is Aerodactyl currently? 105. 15 extra attack, and it gets Head Smash. So
Yeah,
now you get Rockhead, Head Smash.
Yeah, I think it's a bit overtuned.
Actually, I think this one's fine. I think Head Smash Aerodactyl is kind of based. Easy to revenge kill, kind of frail.
Yeah, I think as long as you have a Scarf around the team, like you'll be fine. But it's a really like its ability has a wall breaker, like goes up a lot with that extra attack and Head Smash.
Yeah, I'll be honest with this one, bro. It's gonna be hard for you to know, but it gets a lot worse from here. Aerodactyl is basically the most tame change other than Articuno next. These two are the most tame changes. Everything else is like completely overtuned.
Oh god.
So Articuno now gets the move Mean Look. If Articuno only uses Mean Look, it goes at the same priority as Pursuit if the opponent is switching. So Articuno gets like an on-demand Shadow Tag or Arena Trap. Really weird. I don't think this is good.
It's strange, I think, also.
It's like annoying.
Yeah. Wait, let me just check something. Yeah, if you can run like a pressure stall Mean Look Articuno, like a Ham Articuno or whatever.
Yeah.
It could be really annoying to play against.
That was the point. It was supposed to be like a pressure staller on a stick. Like, So you get to keep your ability pressure, but you also get arena tag or arena trap or shadow tag. Like obviously pretty broken, but I think it would just be like toxic, you know, like it's legitimately like a bad idea all the way around. I don't even think it's good. It's just if it works, it's so fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Because you're just gonna sit there getting pressure stalled.
Yeah.
Raikou. Alright, let's look at the base stat changes first. So Raikou here. So 115, 115. It looks like I italicized what got changed. So it's 125, 125 now. And it gets Ice Beam, Flamethrower, and Grass Knots.
That coverage is insane.
Also, when Raikou is switched in, Magnet Rise is activated instantly, making him invulnerable from ground type attacks. It's only 5 turns. Just overbuffed to hell. Keep in mind, I don't think Volt Switch was in this gen. It was. I lied. Volt Switch was definitely in the gen. So yeah, I think this was just like a broken pivot, to be honest.
Yeah, especially with that Magnet Rise, like, if they're locked into like EQ or whatever, you're kind of just broken. You can just spam Volt Switch or T-Bolt. You have so much coverage. There's like nothing that can do.
There's nothing they can really switch into at all. You don't have to run like hidden power at all anymore. You just run all your broken coverage. Which is Raikou's issue, to be fair, is the lack of coverage, but this just overtunes it.
Yeah, for sure, because usually you have to run either one of HP Ice or Grass. And having being able to run Ice Beam and Grass Knot like on the same set even is just flawed.
Yeah, like double power of basically the hidden powers, and you get Magnet Rise, and a stat buff, like it's all around too much, way too much.
If that was in tier 1, I think that would break the game.
Oh yeah, no, this would be probably, I'd go as far to say it would be strong in OU.
Yeah, I think it would hold its own in Ubers like easily. That Magnet Rise ability though, I think would have to go.
So Vespiquen only got base stat changes. So let's take a look at this. It looks like speed is the only thing that got buffed. 70, 80, 80. Yeah. So the only thing I did to Vespiquen is instead of 40 speed, it's 85. I'll warn you, there's more to come about Vespiquen.
Yeah, so far, if it's just that, I think that's a fair change.
Yeah, it's fine. You know, it's okay. It gives you like, it's still a pressure staller. I don't know what my thing was with pressure stallers and wanting to make them good. But yeah, I'm pretty sure what's going to happen is I go to buff its signature moves, like attack order, defend order, heal order.
Just don't give it arena trap.
So this is the one I leaked to you. Zapdos.
Yeah, this one is something.
So Zapdos has major buffs. And remember, Zapdos was UU in this gen. That's kind of crazy, it was UU in Gen 5. So 90 attack, buffed 35 points to 125 attack. Speed buffed 15. 50 extra base stats. That's a base stat of 650 total, I think, right? Because it's a base, I think it's originally 600 base stat total. You can take my word for it.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, so massive buffs.
Yeah, I feel like this would just be like an insane sweeper, especially if you read those 2 points about Drill Peck and Thunder.
So if only Zapdos uses Drill Peck, signature move, it now has 70 power, auto crits, and has a 50% chance to flinch. Are you fucking kidding me? If only Zapdos uses Thunder, it always hits and breaks sub before doing damage. Broken?
That's the best stall breaker I've ever seen.
Zapdos also now has the ability Speed Boost. Bro, what?
The late game sweeper, the stall breaker, the fucking like speed control, that has absolutely everything and more. Like it doesn't even.
This is just stupid. This is just stupid. This should not have happened.
Yeah.
This is bad, man. Most broken Pokemon, that's funny. Most broken Pokemon I've seen so far, for sure. Zapdos. Alright, you ready for Bisharp?
Yeah.
Bisharp, base stat changes. So what got changed? He got more all around bulk. So let's go look at the bulk. We buffed all of Bisharp's bulk, it looks like. So 65, 100 HP defense. It's now 80, 120. Speed def buffed to 85. Speed buffed to 95.
Jeez.
If
Doesn't that
only,
effectively just make it into like a scissor?
basically, but now we read, if only Bisharp uses the move Sharpen, rather than his attack being increased by 1 stage, it's increased by 3. It's basically a fucking Tail Glow.
Oh my.
Bisharp now gets the move Bullet Punch and Sharpen. So, Sharpen is like a signature move, I think, on Porygon. And I just was like, hey, let's give it some flavor and give it to Bisharp like he's sharpening his blades, you know? I thought it was a cool idea. This is broken. Like, I think Bisharp is very, very good. In this metagame, it was UU, so buffing it kind of made sense, I guess. Like, you know, all I'm saying is buffing it made sense at the time. I know in PPO it's very, very good in OU. I think you could have gotten away with just giving him like a Tail Glow if you really wanted to break him a little bit and then not buff his base stats. Like, this is just broken now.
Yeah. Instead of like Sharpen, Sucker, Bullet Punch, and Knockoff would like break everything.
I think Knockoff was still bad in this gen, for the record. It was still 20 base power. So there was that too. It would have to use like Iron Head.
Yeah, Iron Head's. Yeah, I think even still. Like,
Yeah.
it's all about the Sucker Punch spam.
Exactly. It didn't
Like
even
a
need the
Sucker
speed
Sucker.
buff. Like, and it got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I was gonna say also that speed buff is like significant because you can't even you know, when you're against Dragonite, you know, they can do E-speed to like stop your sucker and stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure that pushes you past D9, right?
Yeah, this puts you past Nidoking too.
Yeah, that is just flawed. Like sub Nido as well, like you don't have to fear for that.
Hell
like,
no.
You can just knock. Like,
You just knock. Or Iron Head,
whatever.
yeah. Or even
Yeah.
like +3 Bullet Punch probably kills, or +3 Sucker, of course. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, like Manaphy is good with their like 100 base special attack with Tail Glow, like even. But the fact that you have priority, 125 attack, and the +3 with like good stab moves, like the good stab move Sucker Punch with priority,
Yep.
it's just
Stupid. Weavile got buffed. The
Oh
base
my.
stat changes are 120 special attack now.
Oh my lord.
I don't know why, but it got literally, what is this, 75 extra stats to special attack?
Dark Pulse Weavile to break Aloe or something, I guess.
20 extra points to speed.
Jesus, it's already like fast enough. Like, that is the fastest Pokemon in the game.
Yep.
Thriving like ninjas.
Now gets the ability Mountaineer, making him invulnerable from rock damage on switch, including Stealth Rocks and Rock type attacks. Unless the attacking Pokemon has Mold Breaker, then it'll take damage from the attack. So this ability is cool because it's actually like, back in the day, it was a Create a Pokemon ability. So I took it directly from Create a Pokemon on Smogon.
Yeah.
Giving it to Weavile though, I don't know. But it is a proven ability that worked in a specific format, so I thought it was cool that it got reused at the time. But the point right below it now gets the move Sucker Punch. Like, what the hell, man?
Jesus. SD, like, Sucker... Oh, actually, no. Would they even need Sucker Punch? Like, I feel like only for Scarfers.
I don't even know. Yeah, for Scarfers, sure. But yeah, no, its special move pool, like, it could have ran Calm Mind as well, technically.
Oh my.
It can run Dark Pulse, Ice Beam. Like, it has a special move pool, so it was just like an insane mixed breaker, to be honest with you, man.
That's like a mixed Calm, like a mixed Stall Breaker for sure.
You would just run like Life Orb and just like break everything, I feel.
Yeah.
Too broken. Obviously, we know Weavile is like the best Pokemon in PPO. Notably, it again didn't have Knockoff being strong in this gen, so that's one thing about it. But these were definitely overtuned.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was smoking, dude.
Heavy duty built, the heavy duty boots built in, like, it's just kind of insane. Cause
Except
I feel like
to
Weavile...
spikes.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. But like, I feel like Weavile, they don't really gain much from pressure, so the fact that they get like a actually good ability,
True.
like knowing how good they already are with pressure and pressure not really helping them, not taking any rocks damage is just insane because rocks really chips down Weavile.
Yeah, or you could switch into like Rock Slide, you know, stuff locked into Rock Slide too, because it's a rock type attack.
Oh, okay, yeah, that just changes it all. Wait, I didn't even see that. That is nuts.
Yeah. So you can switch into a Pokemon locked into Rock Slide, and on your first turn only, because it's on the Switch, you'll avoid the
Yeah,
damage, which is crazy.
yeah.
Alright, what's going on with the Zelf? So, we have some base stat changes. 140 attack, 140 special attack. If only Azelf uses the move Extra Sensory, it keeps its base power of 80. If used on the first turn of Azelf being in play, it has +2 priority and always makes the foe flinch. It's Fake Out with 80 base power off 140 special attack. Remove sub before doing damage.
Oh my god, what do you have against Sub?
I don't
Sub is
know.
just getting demolished.
I
You're
don't
just giving
know.
everyone Arena Trap and getting rid of Sub.
I don't know. This is too much. This is broken. Also notably, I don't think I did this on purpose, but it shows 110 base speed. It was 115. I think I definitely accidentally did this. I think it's supposed to be 115.
Yeah, also I think it's crazy. You're giving everything like mixed sweeper capability.
Yeah, a
You
little
may as well just
much.
get rid of one of them. You may as well just get rid of either attack or special attack, just get rid of one of them, honestly.
This extra sensory bullshit, this is way too much, dude. Imagine 80 base power, stab, coming off 140 special attack, always going first and making the foe flinch.
That is crazy.
It's too much. It's way too much. Best revenge killer probably in the tier so far. Like
Yeah.
between this removing sub and always making you flinch and having priority, like this is too broken. Like literally sub used to be counterplay because you won't get hit by it and flinch behind the sub. Now that only counterplay is removed, you have to run protect.
Yeah. I will say if all of this stuff was to be implemented, the two things that I can think of that would gain the most would be the item Shed Shell and the ability Mold Breaker.
Yeah.
Like they would have a huge buff because all of this stuff just ruins like so many different mons.
True. Yep. So Azelf broken, mixed attacker obviously, insane Pokemon, definitely overbuffed. This extra sensory bullshit is just like probably the funniest change so far to me because of how overtuned it is.
Yeah, there's no counterplay.
REGISTEEL. Alright, so we just have base stat buffs on REGISTEEL, so let's check it out. REGISTEEL. So it currently is 80, 150, 150 bulk. I gave it 160, 160, 160.
Jesus. Yeah, that's
too much.
That is a wall.
Yeah, this is too much, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
so.
curious about? How much do you think Life Orb Garchomp does to this REGISTEEL?
Life Orb Garchomp EQ?
Yeah, to this REGISTEEL here with 160, like a bold REGISTEEL.
Honestly, I have no idea. Like, I can't think of any mons that are 160, 160.
I'm
like...
guessing 40%. 160? Or here, base 160.
Okay.
160. Oh, 255. That's not right. 160.
Yeah.
Dude.
I think it said like 42
there.
or something.
41 to 49. It's a 3-hit KO. Life Orb Garchomp EQ.
Like, what more are you going to be imagining to switch into? Like, that is incredible.
That's bullshit. This is insane. You know.
That is flawed.
Victini, mixed attacker, V creates. Does just over half. Screens REGISTEEL. Insane. Way overtuned.
Based.
Mew. Now gets the ability Special Mew. So you still select Synchronized in the team builder. This was like basically as far as the mod capability went at the time. This will give Mew the abilities Magic Guard and Prankster simultaneously. Broken.
Absolutely busted.
That's insane. Prankster, you taunt any setup in front of you automatically with priority. You set rocks with priority. You can't be taunted. No one can set up on you.
Life Orb plot Mew.
Yeah, no, insane. Busted. Just stupid. Very, very fun, but stupid.
Yeah.
Fucking dumb. It might give it Magic Bounce too. Why don't you?
Yeah, may as well give it Unaware also.
Yeah, like honestly, it's so special. No, this one is bad. This is overtuned for sure. But
Yeah.
Mew could use a buff. I just don't think this is like the buff it needs. Like Mew
Yeah.
could be a little interesting. Okay, move changes.
Okay.
Stealth Rock now only does a maximum of 25% on Switch. If ultra effective, it stays at 25, so no more 4 times weak to Stealth Rock. Rock
Okay.
types will absorb and remove rocks on Switch unless they have Levitate Part Flying.
Yeah, that's a huge rocks nerf though.
Rocks nerf for sure. Doesn't really make sense that I'm nerfing the residual damage of rocks and then buffing the residual damage of weather. I'll be honest.
Yeah. It kind of just turns it into T-spikes.
Yeah, it's kind of
Like,
fucked.
Yeah.
Spikes also, steel types will absorb and remove spikes on Switch unless they have levitate part flying. So big hazard changes, which doesn't make sense with how the rest of the metagame is shaped right now. Like, it's just weather centric and no longer hazard centric. Like, you could argue it just makes more sense to do things with your time, like setting up the weather and setting up a sweep rather than ever setting rocks or spikes at this point.
Yeah, it just removes the need for a defogger, spinner, anything like that.
Yeah, like honestly, it just makes these a lot weaker. I mean, interesting change. Like in particular, I think this only would be kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Like realistically, in a pet mod like this, like it's a cool way to balance the 4 times weak mons. Like, you know, because they're already pretty unviable. Like, I'm thinking about stuff like Charizard, Articuno. Like, it immediately makes them more interesting without having to buff their base stats in this meta or whatever. But giving the absorb property is too much. Way too much, obviously.
Yeah. I think the first one also is fair.
Yeah, it's like fair. Like, I wouldn't want to change it to Pokemon as a whole, but like in a mod, you know, it's fine.
I feel like it could stay for Volcarona, but for stuff like Scyther,
It can stay for Volcarona.
yeah, like I feel like 50%, you know, you can
Just make
take
Volcarona always take like 99, low key.
Yeah, it'll still be fine.
Yep.
Just have to press Roost and then press Equivalence and then you just win.
Yeah, and then you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
Defend order. Now boost defense by 1. It's an Omniboost. I'll just tell you it's an Omniboost. Defend order is an Omniboost on command.
Okay.
Attack order. Boost lowered to 60 base power, but it auto crits and has a 30% chance to flinch. So 90 base
no.
power.
Yeah, there's a lot of this auto critting stuff. You're really like, you must have absolutely despised stall. You're getting all of these like arena traps in. You're getting all these auto crits to break through fucking stat builders.
Yeah, exactly. I think honestly, I think auto crit as a mechanic isn't that bad, but I definitely overdid it in this mod. Like I think auto crit's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It uses crits. Like it's funny because crits are kind of looked at as a negative, but when they're always consistent and the stats and the move are based like around it always critting, like it makes the utility of the move. Like basically think of like Frost Breath, for example. I think that's what I got inspiration from. Like Frost Breath, I guess it got buffed later. So this is always worse than Ice Beam, right? Because it's 90% accuracy, same base power, except if they have like stat changes, then it's better.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know. I think it's like actually unique. Now, what did I have against it in this mod? I have no fucking clue. But like looking back at it 9 years later, it's like kind of based. I don't know. Auto crit mechanics aren't that bad. Using them this much is bad.
I agree, but if they're like base stats kind of overtoned, it's kind of, you know.
We only buffed Vespiquen's speed though.
Yeah.
It's not. Heal order. Now heal status as well. So 50% it's recover that heal status broken. Now Vespiquen is too much.
Yeah. Now is that like a heal bell or is that only on the mon you used it on?
Oh, it would be on the mon you used on. So more like jungle healing.
Yeah. I mean, it's not as broken as if it was for your whole team, but
yeah, it's still pretty good.
Yeah, it's still pretty. It's just a better recover, really.
Explosion self-destruct now removes the opponent's substitute before exploding.
And then we'll just get rid of substitute as a whole. Everything can just destroy it.
Next move, substitute removed from the game. Dude, this is bad. No explosion counterplay except for protect. That's bad.
Yeah. Heck is getting a huge buff also.
Oh no. Item changes. Okay, Iron Ball. No longer reduces your speed at all when held. Can you think of any situation where this is good?
I think.
Because I can.
I guess to outspeed a mon that's tricking you, and then I don't know. I'd
Okay,
have to
you're thinking
really.
too deep. But I don't blame you because the move's not implemented correctly in PPO. Fling. I had a
Oh,
fetish for Fling. Fling Iron Ball is 130 base power dark move. I had a fetish
yeah.
for Fling T-Tar.
Okay, yeah, that's a legit reason. Yeah.
That's the entire thing though, yeah. But I mean, that just gives it like a Z move on a stick, which everything basically has in this, so it's not that good, I guess. But
Yeah, I feel like that's balanced at max.
balanced. Alright, so here, you guys are awesome readers. I know you're thinking, yes, a lot of things are overpowered now in Project Uber, but that's the point. Yeah, I was stubborn and naive. Blah, 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 blah. So, let's go through the Pastebin now, shall we? We'll skip the ones we already talked about. You good with that?
Yeah, sure.
Dog Trio, and we can go through these faster. It's a lot more, it's less fun to read as well. Like, no pretty pictures now. So, combos. If these Pokemon are used together on a team, you get the said added boost. If you use all three of Entei, Raikou, and Suicune, you get a base stat increase of speed and 1.2 times. Let's just go through all the combos, right? Dog Trio, we did Dog Trio. Bird Trio, Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres. If all three are used, you get a base stat increase in speed. Regi Trio, if all three are used, you get the ability Solid Rock on all of them. Oh my god, the Solid Rock!
Oh my god, Solid Rock REGISTEEL with base
No!
160. Oh no.
No! 42%!
What?
Yeah, this
Oh
one
my.
too much. So,
Yeah.
combos. Okay, there's still more combos. Hold on. Let's talk about the last two combos. Fairy Pokemon, Pixie Pokemon should have been called. Uxie, Azelf, Mesprit. If all three are used, you get a base stat increase in special attack of 1.2 times. Mew Trio, Mew, Mewtwo, Ditto. If all three are used, you get a base stat increase in all applicable fields by 1. So like all base stats by 1.07x? Why? What's up with these numbers? What? All right, what do you think about combos though? Like as a whole in team building? Like what if there were like incentives to building like three of the same on a team?
I feel like on paper it seems like it would be like pretty good. Like you're obviously 1.2 times with stat, or as you see with the Mew on 1.7 or 1.07 overall.
Yeah.
But I feel like if that's actually a change, people will build to have checks for these things.
Yeah.
So it's kind of getting rid of the surprise factor, because like if you're building to counter or check Entei, for example, like you're gonna look into Raikou and Suicune also.
Yeah, because also I don't think these base stats were balanced at all. Like in terms of I didn't look at what their base stat in speed was and then be like, hey, it's fair if it's a 1.2x, like these things still outspeed it. Bear in mind, all of that is out the window. I just jotted numbers in Pastebin.
Yeah, I feel like this, like Raikou with plus 1.2 times speed and
Yeah.
the that changes you showed us earlier.
125 times 1.2 is 150. It's faster than Weavile.
Faster than the buffed Weavile.
Yep.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Yep, that's a lot. That's a lot.
It also
So
has Flamethrower, Ice Beam, Grass Knot, T-Bolt, like, Jesus.
and 125 special attack. So I don't know, man. Definitely overtuned. Combos, I don't think belong in Pokemon in this regard. I don't know what I was thinking. I think also like for a mod on Showdown, this would be way too hard to like check and implement. So all this was
Yeah.
probably just gibberish here. I think the most broken ones from what I've seen so far, I don't think the speed matters on Zapdos this much, so this one doesn't seem to matter. I think the Dog Trio matters for sure.
Yeah.
And the Regi Trios are just broken.
The fact that Zapdos gets a buff as well as... I feel like there's... As you've changed one of each of the... one of each of the groups, like you changed Zapdos, REGISTEEL, and Raikou already. The fact that Zapdos, with its changes, getting an extra 1.2 times speed is just like I don't even know what to say.
Well, I mean, I actually don't think it's as big of a deal. Actually, I think it's already gonna be super fast and just spam protect. But maybe there's thresholds it matters for.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is not well balanced, but yeah. And bear in mind, we'll see other changes as we scroll down here. There's still more. We talked about forecast. Airlock, the counter to forecast, stops weather. Now makes it so weather cannot be used for a 5-turn timer. Resetting at the end of every turn a Pokemon with Airlock is in play.
So it's like a buffed Cloud9.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then that affects Rayquaza only. I mean, fair. I don't know. Maybe this isn't that bad. In a super weather-centric meta, maybe this was the counterplay to stop it.
Yeah, that seems fine when weather is such a problem. Like, 12% a turn.
Yeah.
You have Registeel. You have Registeel in your Sand team, just eating it. This hand and stuff. Like, they're not going to take any damage with their 160 base in each. Their solid rock ability. I think it's kind of fine.
Yep. Hold on. Hail. I need to check Hail real quick. Unless they are an ice type. Okay, I thought this at one point wasn't hurting steel types either, but I think I'm wrong. Alright, whatever. Back to here. And you're echoing, by the way.
Oh.
Test 1, 2. Seems good.
Hello.
Yeah. Alright, we went over all the weather. We went over Arena Trap, Shadow Tag. What is this? Pressure. I haven't read this one. Fuck. On top of its old use, it also adds a Perish Song effect when a Pokemon comes into play, only used once per switch. This Perish Song effect lasts for 5 turns rather than 3. So, remember the Articuno?
Oh no.
You switch in your Pressuremon, you stall their PP for 5 turns, and mean look with priority so they can't switch. Okay, now it's busted.
Yeah, that is. You can literally kill like any mon. Doesn't have like a rock move, I guess.
God, yeah, and you can stall out a lot with sub protect too. Also, this actually is good now for the speed boost because now maybe your base speed might be faster than some things.
Oh my god, yeah. Forgot about that.
That's busted. Justified now grants a dark immunity as well as increasing attack by 1 stage. I mean, just like, why?
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of unnecessary.
Yeah, completely unnecessary. Dragonair? So now it's base 84 across the board? Why did I buff Dragonair?
I guess it's like a screen setter with Eviolite, maybe?
Now gets the move Reflect. Did it get Light Screen before? Probably, right? Yeah, so Reflect and Light Screen, and the ability Airlock. Kinda cool, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. It's less annoying than Screen Surf.
Yeah, with Eviolite though, it is pretty bulky.
Yeah, and Dragon typing defensively was pretty good, honestly, because no fairies yet.
True.
Abomasnow. If Avalanche is used, it does 1.5 times damage from 60 to 90 power. Also, Avalanche now grants a 10% chance to flinch and a 10% chance to freeze. I'm just going to make a general comment. I think increasing freeze chance on moves is like always going to be bad. Like, this is always a bad game design.
I agree.
If these are the only changes Abomasnow got, by the way, it's not helping him.
Yeah, for sure. Abomasnow's not in the greatest position to benefit from only these changes.
Ninetales got a stat buff and Politoed got a stat buff. So these were the weather setters. Let's see how they got buffed. So I'm looking at the offenses. Are these 3 stats here. 81, 100, 100. 122, 100, 100. That is notable.
Yeah, that is significant for sure.
That is very, very good. Probably broken.
Yeah, I think so.
No, don't tell me I buffed Politoed like this. Fuck no. Alright, so Politoed, let's look at the last 3 stats. 90, 170. 115, 195. That's all that changed, but fuck, that's massive.
Yeah, that is massive. I feel like both of them are massive, to be honest.
This was already OU. It did not need a buff.
Yeah.
Tyranitar. Base stat increase. Alright, what happened here? 100, 134, 110. Okay, so the last three. 95, 176. Oh, okay, it's 15 extra base speed, which probably wasn't well balanced. And it gets the
Yeah.
move spikes.
Yeah, I think it makes it more relevant as like a Dragon Dance sweeper, I guess.
Probably, yeah. Also, now it can set rocks and spikes.
Yeah, I feel like rocks and spikes are kind of after taking a fall after the changes that we've seen earlier.
True, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, I think like even having that capability is just not even worth it.
So Hippo got a base stat increase. Let's go check out Hippo now. I'm curious how Hippo got buffed. I think the first three are the same. 108, 112, 118. So 68, 87, 47. Okay, it only got 15 more SPDF. So why did Hippo not get like a massive buff, or T-Tar, but I gave Ninetales and Politoed like huge like 50 stat swings? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
I don't know. 87 SPDF probably doesn't even help this that much. Like, it does, but it probably doesn't either.
Yeah.
Wobbuffet got a stats buff. So it's always been 190 HP, 33 attacks, so 78 bulk. So 20 extra bulk, actually really, really relevant.
Yeah, that helps a lot. Like, imagine if you gave Chansey like an extra 30 defense.
Exactly, yeah. This is super relevant.
Or an extra 20 defense or whatever. Like, that would help a lot.
The only thing this thing has that isn't broken is Shadow Tag. You know, it sends out the Ghost type special move, and it has 33 special attacks. So, like, you know, this is, that part of Shadow Tag is balanced.
Yeah, that's balanced, because that can, that's like an area where you actually would, like, the main reason it would help is to break sashes, I guess.
True. Yeah, that would have been pretty massive. So let's see Gothitelle. 70, 55, 95. So 105, 110, 85. 105. Okay, so it got 10 extra special attack and 20 extra speed. I mean, Gothitelle is just the premier Shadow Tag user in this tier, right? It's like, it has to be.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So, and also giving a special attack buff to the Shadow Tag effect, just broken. I don't know why I wanted to do this so bad. What is this base stat increase on Dugtrio? I'm scared. Hold me. Let's see. Dugtrio, 35 HP, 50 defense, 50 spec. Oh, it's 100 attack instead of 80. Oh god.
Dugtrio's
busted.
Yeah, the plus 20 helps a lot for sure.
Yeah, and also then the Arena Trap ground type move, Shockwave.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, this thing just got like double attack.
Yeah, you're gonna be killing a lot of stuff on switching.
Oh my god. Absol got a base stat buff. I don't think there's that many. Let's see. We're about halfway through this, by the way. Okay. 65, 130, 60. I have a fetish for buffing the last three stats. 75, 60. Yeah. It got 100 speed instead of 75. If that's the only change, whatever. Honestly, first decent change maybe.
Yeah, that's fair.
And this gives it technically an edge over Bisharp, because Bisharp went up to 95 speed, so Absol being 100, whatever. It still is worse than Bisharp, 100%, because Bisharp got every stat buffed.
Yeah, also, with its only typing being dark, like you're only getting dark stab, and we had something earlier, I can't remember exactly, but something was immune to dark, right?
Yeah, Justified. Justified is completely immune to dark, yeah.
Yeah, so something like Lucario would be like a huge check for this, I feel like.
Yeah, Cobalion too, Keldeo, you know, all your Swords of Justice, even Arcanine, but we talked about Aerodactyl, we talked about Articuno, we're at Dusclops. So let's see the base stat changes on Dusclops. And I hope Dusknoir was buffed as well, so 50 HP is one buff. Everything else is the same. It literally only got 10 base HP. And the move Recover.
Oh, Recover. Yeah, that's
not so fine.
Recover on a pressure staller. Yeah, I'll pass.
Pass. Alright, Dusknoir. It has 20 extra HP, 10 extra attack. Remember, it could hold an Eviolite too. Okay, so these pressure stallers with Recover, pretty busted.
Yeah, for sure.
Buffing the
I noticed
HP of these mons is really notable.
you love, you seem to have loved like pressure stalling, blocking mons in,
I hated stall,
abusing
bro.
weather. You just wanted to destroy stall
I've
as soon as you could.
I've always been a stall hater, but I mean,
I agree. I hate stall also.
now I play as well. They should implement my changes into PPO to scare everyone away from stall, though.
It's like a different like queue, like a different section to go queue, just like the nightmare queue. You just
Dude,
don't
what
know
is
what's
this
gonna be thrown at
Entei?
you.
Holy fuck, wait, this Entei is a problem, bro. And yeah, no, implement it for April Fool's Day, Brody, please. Give me my formats. So it gained 5 attack, 10 defense, 10 spadef, and 10 speed. So like overall buffs all around and sword stance.
I think okay, actually yeah, I guess because you have to use adamant, it wouldn't really push you past Zam's speed tier. I think just about.
Yeah.
With the 20% increase from the Raikou Entei Suicune that we're talking about earlier.
Well, we
So I
could
think that's
find out
fine.
technically.
I think it would push it to 131 base, or sorry,
Oh.
121 base with the. It might. I think it's close.
If it's 121 base, that would be a point faster than Zam. But it
Yeah,
doesn't
it would be
matter because it gets
131.
E-speed.
It would be 131 base, right? Or no,
Uh,
sorry. It would be 132. Because the 20%. Yeah,
so,
132.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. Sword Stance Entei? I don't know.
Yeah,
It didn't get any moves though. Like, it still has a coverage issue.
yeah, I guess Sword Stance Extreme Speed, maybe.
Yeah,
With
it's a better cleaner, I guess.
But then again, you lose the choice band, so I guess like it's gonna be extra damage, but
Yeah, not
you also do have to
immediately.
get the choice bands off.
I don't know. The
Yeah.
one thing I don't like about this Entei change is like I buffed it. You know, I didn't buff the dogs in their category like equally. Like Entei looks like it got like 40 to 50 base stats, and like Raikou got 30. I'm imagining like Suicune got something different too. Like I kind of wish I buffed them all the same amounts. You know,
Yeah.
it would have been more. I guess it would have been cooler and more thematic if I did so.
Yeah. A lot of legendaries are getting like majorly buffed here also.
Kyurem. Alright, so Kyurem 125, 130, 90. So 10 extra defense, 10
5
extra
extra
spadef. And no, the
5
speed is the
speed.
same.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, 95.
Oh yeah, right, I'm blind. Yeah, no man.
So 10 extra defense, 10 extra spadef, and Dragon Dance.
Okay. Dragon Dance Kyurem. Okay, that's something to fear. I feel like.
Let's see.
What sort of ice stab do they have on physical?
None.
They have none. Okay.
None. I guess it's
so-
fine.
Yeah, I mean, like.
You can fling your Iron Ball. You can run
True.
Power Herb Fly. You could run Iron Head, Outrage. I guess it's literally an Outrage machine. Rock Slide, Rock Tomb, Shadow Claw. Really bad move pool, physically.
Yeah, not having an ice coverage on an ice type is kind of, yeah, no. It's kind of not the best, I guess.
I don't think this is that good, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously a base stat increase on Kyurem is kind of stupid, like, in terms
Like,
of
if
it
you
doesn't
were-
need that.
If you were gonna say at the end, like, now gets the move
Icicle Spear or Crash.
or Icicle Spear, yeah. Like, that would be major. Like,
Yeah.
Kyurem would be flawed, but not having a single ice stab move that's physical to choose from is
It's
sad.
It's flawed in a different way, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's the first like change that isn't overwhelming, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the first one, but it's the first one that had a lot of potential that just
True.
is missing. Like, it's so close yet so far, you know.
Okay, what the fuck is going on with this Moltres? So remember, Moltres doesn't take 50% from rocks anymore. And it looks like the base stats went to hell. 130 HP, so 40 extra HP. 10 extra special attack. Okay, actually it's only 50 gain, but the 130 HP looked really scary. I think it's still a lot. And it gets Blue Flare. I mean, it already got Fire Blast. So Blue Flare in this gen. 130 base power. It's just stronger Fire Blast.
Yeah. I mean, with the boosted special attack also, it's pretty big.
And the Rocks nerf. Moltres, I could get behind these changes. Maybe not the HP. Tile down the HP. Make it like.
That Ultra is actually like kind of viable.
Dude, and it's tanky too. 130, 90, 85 bulk. Like Fire Flying isn't bad defensive typing, especially when you get rid of the 4x rock weakness.
Yeah, for sure.
And
Looks
it
like it's
keeps
helpful.
Flame Body, I think. Yeah, it has, and pressure.
Okay.
Yeah.
The 130 HP is major for sure.
Yeah. We talked about Raikou. Spiritomb, okay, this one is base, dude. Alright, so hold on, let's look at the base stat changes first. Spiritomb, 50 HP up to 70, 92 attack stays, 108, 92, 108, 35. So all it got is 20 extra HP and a signature move. If only Spiritomb uses Pursuits, if the opponent is not switching, it has 80 base power, and on a switch it has 160.
Okay. Yeah, good luck switching out.
Spiritomb, the ultimate pursuit trapper.
Yeah, there's so many trappers
Yeah.
in this turn.
Yeah, they're all it's all anti-stall.
Yeah, psychics are not gonna like this matchup.
I don't know. I think this change is really funny though. I don't think like I would actually try to balance this as a signature move on another Pokemon. Like just make a fuck you boosted pursuit, because why not? Like in terms of the other mechanics that literally don't make sense, this one isn't as bad.
Yeah, because like it's still only at 92 attack. Of course, it is going to be 160 power, though it's going to do a lot of damage to like any mon that tries to switch out that doesn't resist it. But
yeah,
it could be worse. Like you could have given them like 140 attack or something. You just
true.
put anything in the game or something like Clefable switching out would take a lot of damage. Like
funny, I didn't buff the attack at all. Like I just kept it. I just buffed its HP. Okay, so far you're gonna say a lot of these changes are bad, nonsensical. Pretty garbage, shouldn't be implemented. Are you ready for the Suicune?
Yeah, sure, let's see it.
Alright, so let's just pull up the base stats first. Alright, so here we go. Let's look at it. I'm going to be careful to not leak exactly what the effect is, because I remember this one. Okay. Alright, so 110 HP, it gained 10 base HP, and it gained 15 base speed, so 25 extra stats, and 100 speed tier is super, super notable, right?
Yeah.
If only Suicune uses Calm Mind, it boosts its special attack by 1 stage and Spadef by 2 stages, with a 30% chance to boost special attack by another stage and healing status.
I have no words. That is funny.
So, signature move Calm Mind, +1/+2, with a random chance to give you +2/+2 and heal your status.
Oh my god.
This
and also I was gonna
bullshit.
Say that HP increase like allows you to get more than just the Chansey sub as well. Like
yeah,
you have to have perfect IVs to live a Chansey sub if you're sub. But then again, why would you even be sub? Sub is like the worst move in the game.
No, exactly.
The stuff, so I guess it's kind of pointless.
Sub is definitely. So basically, I think you would run like Rest Talk, and you would just try to pull Calm Minds, and because if you pull Calm Mind from Rest Talk, you wake up.
Yeah,
it heals your
if you hit
status.
the lottery, if you get the 30% chance 3 times in a row, you're at +6/+6. That's kind of
true.
That's kind of
like you buff faster than Suicune does, and like one of the ways to counterplay Suicune is like phase it out or beat it before it gets going. This is impossible to outscale it. Like it's boosting faster than almost everything in the game.
Yeah.
And it got a base speed buff, so it's faster than like Bisharp again. Like just bullshit.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Vespiquen.
May as well give it like a 10% chance to increase like defense as well while you're at it.
Yeah, just give it like Omni Boost chance on top.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you could gain like literally 8 to 9 stats in one turn if you hit the Omni Boost and all this.
That would be insane.
Vespiquen skip, Weavile skip, Zapdos we did, Bisharp we did, Wailord, what the fuck?
Oh, the Wailord, let's go. The based Wailord set.
Alright, so it's already base 170 HP, going up to 180, 90 attack, 120 defense!
Oh my god.
No!
Okay, that is the. I think that's the craziest change so far.
No! Wait! It's 180, 120, 120 bulk.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's crazier than REGISTEEL. REGISTEEL might, with solid rock, is still bulkier.
You know that MV set, the pressure block
Yeah.
defense roll no
Oh
more
my
set,
god.
that would be unstoppable. What would you even use?
I forgot it gets pressure, and the pressure mechanics in this fake Jenner.
Pressure block, like, it's just yet another. It's like the 100th like arena trap-esque mon. I mean, I know you have to click block so they can switch out in that turn, but still.
Yeah,
Like,
whatever they send in next.
Like they're not going to do anything. You have 180 HP with 120 in each defense. They're doing nothing. You literally have Noble Roar and Defense Curl.
And it's fucking Perish Song on a stick.
Oh my god, that is baffling.
Really bad. Really, really bad.
It's funny, but like it would be so annoying to play against.
Alright, so Yuxi got some base stat changes. We talked about the Pixies having a boost if they're all on the same team. 75, 75, 130, 75, 130, 110. So 110, 15 extra base stats. It gets Cosmic Power now. If only Yuxi uses Cosmic Power, 30% chance of granting an extra stage of defense and SPDF in both places. So, +1/+1, 30% chance to gain +2/+2, and recover. Just stupid, right? I mean...
This just makes it like a nightmare to play against, I
but
think.
I don't think so, because... Or think about all the ways to trap it. Like, it's not Magic Guard.
Oh, you're right. Actually, yeah, never mind. This is basically just Spirit Team food.
It's
just bringing
bad.
your banded Spirit Team.
Yeah, it's bad in our meta. Or like the auto crit shits can work too.
If this was to be just brought into PPO, like the fact that it goes to 110, like that's a much better speed tier.
Yeah.
Having Recover and Cosmic Power with chance to get +2 in each Cosmic Power.
Yeah.
Like if you get to +2 in the first one, you can recover off like easily in the next one. Like,
I really hate this mechanic that I introduced though. I really hate like the boosting moves with the chance to boost even more. Like that's just so lame.
Secondary effects, abilities, and moves.
And like I added secondary effects to status moves, which really should not have secondary effects.
Yeah, that's crazy.
As of we talked about Mesprit buffed, it looks like. So let's pull up Mesprit. So base stats here, looks like it's 105 across the board, just like literally better mythical by 5 stats.
Just better than Mew.
Oh, okay. Mesprit now heals 6% HP passively at the end of every turn, even without leftover. So for being a Mesprit, you heal 6%.
Oh my.
Recover and Magic Bounce as well. So, just better Yuxi, right? More consistent Yuxi.
It's like better Espeon also.
Better Espeon, yeah. Recover being better than Morning Sun. And like, why does it just get like leftovers on a stick for no reason?
I have no idea. I don't know what you're thinking, but interesting.
How do you implement this? How is this balanced? How does this make sense to a new player? It doesn't.
What does it even say in the text? It's just like,
I don't know. Mesprit
now magically gains 6% HP for absolutely no reason.
Like, ooh, Mesprit heals. Regice base stat changes.
Oh my god, another Reggie's change. Oh no.
120 HP, 120 defense. Okay. Notable. 100 special attack, 200 SPDF. Okay, this isn't even broken. Like, it's just...
It's not quite the REGISTEEL change.
No. Now gets the ability Poison.
Wait. If I remember right, don't they also get Solid Rock?
Yep.
Now... Alright, so in those trio things, let's say... You said they get the ability Poison Heal.
Yep.
But you said when they're a trio, they get the ability Solid Rock. Do they get 2 abilities?
Yeah, both. It stacks on top. Yeah.
Poison Heals, Solid Rock. Oh no.
Yeah, it stacks on top. But here's the thing: it just dies to Articuno. They all die to Articuno.
There's just so many things that are direct counters of each other in this.
Yeah.
It's just like RNG when you load into the game, whether you have the matchup or not.
Exactly.
Like
it's really, really bad. Reggie Rock base stat changes. Let's see. 80, 100, 200. 120, 120. Okay, so basically the same thing. I'm just making these bad stats like 120s. Also poison heal, also recover.
My question is, why is a rock type and an ice type getting poison heal?
Why is Gliscor?
Yeah, but then again, I guess Gliscor, whatever. Like you can kind of tell, like
Yeah.
they're like a bat or whatever. But why is this shard of ice and this like rock getting poison heal?
Dude, in terms of theme, it makes no sense. I don't know what I was thinking.
It's just funny. Like, imagine if this is your first game ever playing. You just load in, and this like rock just starts healing from poison and has like 10 million HP. Solid rock. Like, you're not gonna do any damage with your banded Garchomp or whatever. Like, it's crazy.
You ready for another good one? The Registeel, there's something notable here.
Registeel gets poison heal.
It's not possible! Oh.
Oh my.
But yeah, the same Registeel we talked about earlier with the base stat increase. Somehow, it's 120 here in this post. Yeah, I think it was 160.
I was 160 in the other one.
Yup. So maybe I don't know which one is more up to date. Probably this one, to be honest.
Yeah, I think the 120 is more suitable.
But it got recover at 120. I think it lost recover.
Regis are like Uber's tier for sure. Like.
Okay,
crazy.
Mew we talked about. Ditto base stat changes. It got double the HP. Okay, that plus the imposter changes busted. Keep imposter, buff its HP if you want to.
Imposter, you just bring in like, oh my god.
And 96 base is crazy.
Double the HP on a Geomancy switch in. Like you can bring in Ditto on a Geomancy switch in with +2 Spadef, +4 Spadef, speed and special attack.
And one more thing to keep in mind here too, like keep in mind I just doubled its base stat, right, for its HP. I wasn't thinking about the consequences. What if it was 50 bases, so it got 100 HP? What if it could make, well, 101 HP subs doesn't even matter. Dude, I need to, yeah.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Vault sub at this point.
Yeah, no, the sub isn't real. Alright, move changes. Avalanche now does 2 times damage in the hail from 60 to 120 power. This also negates its secondary effect of it doing 2 times damage. Balanced! Wow. Wow, balanced.
Actually, legit. That is actually a fair change. Like, I would actually give that a good rating.
Yeah, no, me too. This one's fair. Like, look, I'm like, hey, you know, I realized 120 power times 2 is going to be busted, so I added a line of text. This is a good change.
It's like you've had your fun already. Like, you've already done your, like, joke changes and stuff. You're like, alright, time to get serious. You put in, like, a real change towards the end to, like, change everyone's mind that, like, maybe he's not a psychopath for adding all these changes. You know? Give us a good change at the end.
No. Blue Flare now has 100% accuracy, can miss if the Pokemon has its evasion stat. So Blue Flare, the exclusive move on Moltres, now cannot miss. It's better than Fire Blast in every way.
Yeah, Fire Blast needs to go along with Sub, I feel like. Need to have like a vault where we just throw all these things into.
Dude, Glaciate, you're gonna lose it! We talked about Stealth Rock and Spikes, right? So Glaciates now has 100% accuracy. Power is boosted from 65 to 75, removing its secondary effect, but replacing it with a 50% chance to freeze.
It's just heads or tails whether you're gonna get frozen. Though. Yeah. Like, and the crazy thing is, freeze is probably the most annoying one because you can actually be frozen for like
100%.
11 turns or some. Like it can keep going. It's actually that's. Like if it was like sleeping or something, it's like 2 turns. You get rid of yours. Like you have a Pokemon, you can't get slapped on another one.
Dude, remember when you? Yeah, remember Kyurem, Dragon Dance Kyurem? How you said it was normal?
Okay, yeah, Kyurem is.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it gets crazy.
Yeah, back to Uber's Madness. I wonder if you knew this when you were making this like forum post.
I don't know. Oh, dude, also I predicted a buff. You ready? Will-O-Wisp now has 85% accuracy. You ready? It got buffed in the next gen. Predicted. Hard read.
Literally read.
Alright, Defense Curl. Defend Order. We talked about these, actually. Metronome. Now we'll use 2 random moves instead of 1.
Oh my god.
That sounds fun.
Yeah,
I would,
imagine if you get like tail glow and agility or something.
dude, I would play actually a metagame where Metronome gave you 2 moves at once or something.
That would be absolutely. That would be hectic. That would be fun. If it was just metronome battle.
What the fuck is this? Heal block. The target can no longer heal. The duration goes from 5 turns to infinite, and the opponent cannot switch out for 5 turns after being hit by the attack. Who gets heal block and why is this important, and why does it feel broken?
Good stall. Literally just. Oh my god. Does any
Celebi,
Pokemon
Latios,
that you would have
Gothitelle.
Arena Trap? Oh my god, yeah, Shadow Tag. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Gothitelle can literally just break through like a Chansey or something like instantly.
But you
I
don't
mean,
even need this
I mean,
either.
you can just Toxic Stall them down or PP Stall them. Like,
Yeah, with the Perish Song effect.
yeah, you can. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, it's just overkill. Chansey just has
Yeah.
more and more things to fear from them.
Defog now lowers the target's accuracy by 1 stage, and clears rocks and hazards from both sides of the field. Isn't this
Yeah.
already what it did? Oh no,
Yeah.
actually,
Maybe not.
wait, in this gen, Defog cleared your side, so Defog didn't used to be good, basically. Hold on. For the user side, for the target side, wait. This is confusing. Okay, so it was buffed. In Gen 5, it would clear whatever you set and leave what your opponent sets.
Okay.
So like basically if you set up rocks on me and I set up rocks on you and I use defog in Gen 5, I would clear my own rocks with defog and you would keep your rocks. I predicted the buff. Both sides.
What's the point in using defog then?
Wait, what do you mean? In the old gens?
Yeah.
You didn't. It was bad. That's why
Yeah.
this was like a common criticism, and I think they actually changed it because of the criticism. Because it didn't make sense.
You just use defog on like a magic band, so it's like the only time you'd ever do it.
Exactly, yeah. And it clears the target's accuracy by lowers target's accuracy by 1 stage. That's bad. Why do that? Why? Come on, man.
I feel like defog, even with this buff at the time, would still not even be that important because, like what we went over earlier,
Oh
rock
yeah.
types eat up, stealth rocks, steel types eat up,
Yeah.
spikes.
No, rocks and spikes aren't in this meta, quite frankly. They shouldn't
Yeah.
be. Dedicated leads don't exist. Item changes. Okay, so we talked about explosion, self-destruct. We're on item changes. Iron Ball. Dude, you're gonna like this. Life Orb. Now behaves much more consistently as normal recoil. Reckless will boost every move if a Life Orb is held. And Rockhead will negate Life Orb recoil. Dude, what is a change like this doing in with all this shit? Like, this is like an actual, like, interesting change, right?
Yeah, for sure. That is something to think about. Like, there's definitely some mons that would gain, like, insanely from that. Like, Embor, I know gets reckless, but I feel like Embor is already fine.
Mienshao, Raptor. Like, you can run, like, Return Star Raptor instead of Double Edge and take no recoil because your Reckless is boosted from the Life Orb you're holding.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, shit like that. Or, like, any of these mons with Reckless, like, look, you can actually run, like, Reckless Rhyperior because your Earthquake counts as recoil damage, so it's, like, Reckless boosted Earthquake.
Yeah, like Reckless, Weakness Policy, Rock Polish, Rhyperior.
Yeah. It's interesting, right? Like, it's actually, like, an intellectual change, I think.
Yeah, that actually, like, gives more, like, ways you can go about using it or making sets with it and stuff. That's cool. I like that.
Metronome. No longer. So the item Metronome. The previous effect is gone. But it'll make the move Metronome have 1 extra attack, so now it's up to 3 attacks.
Damn.
So based. I gotta be honest. Based. Like,
based.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is
Insane
fucking
change.
hilarious. The synergy is on point, dude.
Yeah, you just win the lottery. You get 2 stat buff moves, and then you, like, get a super effective move as well. Something like that.
This is so funny. The metronome. Alright, last one. Leftovers. Keeps its previous effect, but if you're below 50% HP, you gain 12% instead of 6. Busted. We buffed the best item in the game. Actually, it might not be the best item in this meta, though.
Yeah, I mean, so basically it would be at the same as weather. So I can see that for sure.
Sure. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes
Because if
sense.
weather is buffed, like leftovers is gonna counteract it,
And
like just
look,
about when you're weak.
15-year-old me also made a graphic for it. Isn't that crazy?
Insane. Is that like meant to be a cast form there?
Yeah, it's a
Mm.
Castform with a lollipop. The
Yeah,
lollipop is
Castform.
a sticker from Club Penguin.
Yeah, Castform. Oh yeah. Castform won't be smiling when they read the post that you made. They'll be looking at some of the other mods getting like way better changes, like way.
You know,
Like
we won't
Kieran,
go
for
over it
example.
all, but this forum thread has 4 pages of responses, and people were actually kind of nice, except for the guy that pointed out REGISTEEL can't be poisoned.
Oh yeah.
Like, people were actually pretty kind. And, like, one of the people, this was one of the people, he's banned now apparently, but he's a coder. He said he would be happy to code this once it gets more balanced. Like, back in the day, dude, this was definitely like not my metagame specifically, but pet metagames were a thing that got people interested. So it's cool to go back and look in the time
Concept.
capsule and just see it all.
Yeah, it's a cool concept, I think.
Like, you know, now the community is older, we go back, we look, and we laugh. But like back in the day, man, it was all so new. So what did you think
Yeah.
of Project Uber? You want to play it, man?
It would be fun to play. Like I feel like some teams would just be like, you're just gonna be mind blown when you load in. You see, like Sableye, for example, like his pursuit is gonna, or their pursuiter is gonna be like really, really strong and
For
stuff.
sure. I know I'm definitely gonna be abusing the hell out of the pressure Parish song bullshit. It's
Oh
crazy.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that is it's crazy. Also like Kyurem with that Glacier change. That's
Dragon Dance freeze everything and then just keep Dragon Dancing.
yeah, that is flawed. It's funny though.
Alright, let's see how long this recording's been, man. We've been recording for about an hour and a half. I don't got much more to say. How about you?
No, I think it was very interesting to look at though for sure.
Hey, well, thanks for coming out here. Dib, you want to plug anything? Got anything to
Uh,
plug right now?
no, I'm alright.
You're alright? Well,
I'll
Dib
follow,
is...
I'll follow Tyler on Twitch.
Follow me on Twitch, VelocityFree, twitch.tv/VelocityFree. Dib comes out there all the time. Good chance to interact with him a bit more. If you see Dib in game, 100% message him. Say, what's up? I saw you in the video. That would be cool of you. Leave a like, leave a comment. My Discord link is in the description. My Twitch link is in the description. And yeah, this was a fun video to make, guys. Just a little reflection on a time capsule, a literal time capsule from 9 years ago. Really crazy to go back and look at now. Alright guys, well you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Dib, you can say peace if you want.
Peace.
Peace.